الحمد لله الحمد لله الذي ألف بالإسلام بين قلوب المؤمنين وأوجب الاتحاد وحرم التفرقة في كتابه المبين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله هدى من يشاء إلى صراط المستقيم، وأشهد أن سيدنا محمد رسول الله خير داع إلى طريق القويم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه الذين تحببت نفوسهم وتحبت قلوبهم فكانوا سادة المنصورين. أما بعد، فيا عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي أولا بتقوى الله تعالى وتعاته. That is, all praise is due to Allah, who has united the hearts of the believer in Islam and has made it an obligation to remain united, and has made it forbidden to become separated in His clear book. I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, who guides to the straight path when He wills. And I bear witness that our leader Muhammad is His messenger and the best caller to the way that is straight. O Allah, send your prayers and your peace upon our leader Muhammad and upon his family and upon his companions, whose hearts were united and whose souls were educated so that they became victorious leaders. And what follows thereafter, O believers of Allah, I advise you as well as I advise myself. First, have the proper regard for Allah, and thereafter be obedient to Him. Dear believers, I greet you with universal greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. Dear believers, we are moving through the 99 attributes of Allah, or the most famous names of Allah. And today we are talking about Al-Quddus, or the most holy, the most perfect, the sacred. And then this name of Allah, as limited as we are to be able to discuss our Creator, to expound on our Creator, to explain our Creator, this word may run right up to what we could view as the edge of our understanding, or are able to contextualize or understand the concept of our Creator. Al-Quddus, the most perfect, the most holy. And we see this idea, or this notion of Al-Quddus, this idea of being the most perfect, this wonderful thing. And it's not that it's wonderful in just one way, it's perfect in just one way. Like maybe it looks great, maybe this feels great, maybe this smells great. You know, when we kind of conceptualize things, like you get this nice outfit and it feels good, soft, and it fits you just right, but it doesn't have a smell. So you pick up this flower, it smells great, it's beautiful on the eyes, the petals are soft to the touch. Maybe the thorn sticks you. It's not perfect. You meet this person and they're wonderful and they say sweet things and they recite Quran to you and they look beautiful and they have modest character, all these things, but they have their shortcomings. All these ideas of things that we think are perfect just don't completely match up, because there's always something. There's always something in creation. It's just not perfect. It's not Al-Quddus. It's not the perfect. It's not the holy. So this is this concept of perfect in every way. You really are challenged when trying to conceptualize or verbalize your Creator, if you really begin to study and understand our human limitations, our cognitive limitations, based on us being creation and Allah being created. So we see this term Quddus a lot. We see it in several times in the Quran. We see it in this discussion of the prophet Isa, the prophet Jesus, may Allah be pleased with him, and his mother, may Allah be pleased with her, where it talks about that Allah breathed of His Holy Spirit, or Allah strengthened Jesus with His Holy Spirit, with this Al-Quddus, with this perfect spirit, this spirit that is unmatched, that only Allah can provide. And then if you look at that and you see all the things that were able to come from that, the things that were able to come from Allah strengthening the Prophet Jesus, may be pleased with them, with those things that came from that spirit, from being impacted by that perfect spirit, by that Al-Quddus, the miracles that were performed, the various numbers of people who changed their life, who became better people because of the stories or because of the teaching of the Prophet Isa. So this is this is part of a way that we can see the power or the goodness in this Holy Spirit, in this perfect uh, in this perfectness, in this idea of being the most perfect, the most holy. And when we think about what we do as humans, when we find something that we value, something that we greatly adore or we admire, we put it on this pedestal. We may sometimes provide security around. We may lock it away. We may this is a perfect diamond. This is a perfect piece of art. So I put it behind glass. I elevate it and I make sure it's protected. I make sure that nothing touches it because I don't want it to be harmed. I don't want it to be damaged. I don't want it to lose its perfection. So if it has the ability to lose its perfection, is it truly perfect? What is it that any of us or anyone can do or say about our Creator that removes his perfection, that removes this holy status? So this is what we have to contemplate as we go through life. When we start making decisions and deciding that maybe I'm defending the good name of Allah. Maybe I'm defending the good name of my Creator, the idea of my Creator. Our Creator does not need that from us. We need our Creator. There's nothing that we can say or do that will impact what our Creator is and can do. Because he is Al-Quddus. He is the perfect. He does not need to be shielded by us from creation, from anything. So we must govern ourselves with that in mind. We must govern ourselves when we think about how we carry ourselves, how we present ourselves. Because Allah does not need us to defend him. Allah does not need us to lock him away. Does not need us to protect him from anything. Allah is going to be Allah. Allah was Allah before we were here. Allah is Allah while we're here, and Allah will be Allah long after we're gone. And we play no role in altering or protecting or doing anything that's going to benefit or harm Allah. Nobody can. So let's keep that in mind, dear believers, as we think about this idea of Allah being Al-Quddus, the perfect. والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Dear believers, Al-Quddus, the perfect, the most holy. For humans to begin to understand or to begin to accept that Allah is the most perfect, Allah is the most sacred, we have to remove our ego. We have to remove this idea of competition that we may have with our Creator. And that holds us back and holds so many back so often, this ego or this competition that we have with our Creator. This ego or this competition that we have where we place others at a certain level where they are equal. We view them or we present them as equal in a way to our Creator, where we give them more attention than we give our Creator. And we know that these people that sometimes we place into these statuses that we view are lofty and things to aspire to be, we know that just as all creation, they have their flaws. And they may not be exposed to us, but they become exposed at some point. And they may live a perfect life, alhamdulillah. But there's still things within them, if you were to ask them about their own shortcomings, the things that don't get out, they could express those things to you. But not your Creator, not your Allah, not your Al-Quddus, not your most holy, your most perfect, your Creator. Your Creator doesn't have these shortcomings. Your Creator does not have these inconsistencies that we may find in others that we elevate in status, that we may look to for guidance, that we may turn to for help. These entities, these ideas, these people, they cannot help you in every situation. And the extent of their help, the extent of their usefulness is only to the end of your natural born life. And past that, they can do you no harm or no good. But Al-Quddus, the most perfect, is the one that can benefit you now, benefited you in the past, and will benefit you in the future. So we should turn to this most holy, this most perfect, this Al-Quddus, your Allah, your God, your Creator. You should turn to this Creator and give it its proper attention. The same way that you may pay thousands of dollars to fly overseas, to go to a museum, to look at a painting for 15 minutes, maybe less, to go look at a piece of artwork, to go to some show, to go to some movie, to see some actor, to see some play, to sit down, mesmerized, captivated, not speaking, telling others to be quiet while you this act of creation or this byproduct of creation, something that creation has put together. That attention, that you have this most perfect. You have this Al-Quddus, you have your Allah that is there with you every day. This most perfect thing. Just imagine if you had the world's most perfect diamond with you. And what would you do? You would spend time looking at it. You would spend time trying to figure out it. You would spend time just wanting to be around, just understanding it more. Your Al-Quddus, your most perfect, your most holy is with you every day, all day, wherever you go, in your good times and your bad times. Why do we not find ourselves sitting and just reflecting, telling others, no, I'm focusing on Al-Quddus. I'm focusing on this most perfect, this most holy. I'm focusing on my Allah. I'm focusing on my Creator. I don't have time for this. Please be quiet. Let me turn off the phone. We turn off the phone in the movies. We sit down quietly when some speaker that we have some kind of affinity to or think they are an authority on a thing. When they speak, we're quiet. But when we look at the signs of Allah, we're loud, we're obstinate. When the Quran is being recited, we're doing other things. But it is telling us about our Allah, this Al-Quddus, this most perfect. So dear believers, let's give the proper regard to our Creator, to Al-Quddus, the most perfect. Let's let's take the time while we have it, which is our life, to fully appreciate, to fully engulf ourselves, engulf our attention into our Creator, into Al-Quddus, into our ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له وبذلك أمرت وأنا أول المسلمين الحمد لله رب العالمين.